unpleasing pleasure to be here this morning. As I always like to say, this is Dr. Franco Taylor here with the Right Stuff Health and Wellness Center. We're bringing you that radio program that we bring to you every week called The Right Stuff Helps radio broadcast. That's right, The Right Stuff Helps. We've been bringing this broadcast to all of you out there in radio land. And now that we have all these new media gadgets, you can actually see us on the radio. That's a powerful piece there, television, radio combined. And it's just a pleasure to be here. And we're going to talk about something very, very, very important this morning. We've been talking about what happens this time of year. Many people get sick. There are a lot more deaths, sicknesses, heart attacks, strokes, suicides during the holidays for various reasons. And we recently talked on a program last week about depression and all of the ramifications of that. And I thought I'd talk about that this morning, but then I thought about something else that's so very, very important. And I thought I'd go in that direction. And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about nature's answer to cancer. Did you hear me? Nature's answer to cancer. That's right. There is an answer to cancer. I'd like to thank God for giving me these 42 years now. Well, in about 2 weeks, it'll be 42 years. I'll be 72. And these years of working with in excess of 18,000 people, looking at every type of disease known to man, help people to lose weight, gain weight, deal with high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, HIV, even full-blown AIDS. And within the last 2 years, almost 30 cases of the COVID-19 virus. That's right. We've watched individuals turn that around, reverse, recover, and restore that situation. That's right, that viral situation. We watched them restore themselves within 8 to 14 days, and in some cases, even 4 or 5 days. I hope y'all are listening to what I'm saying without the long haulers that follows. I hope you're hearing what I'm saying. I didn't say I healed anyone. I didn't say a med or a drug or a supplement healed anyone. Individuals worked with their own bodies. They worked with their own immune system when taught the importance of it, and they got themselves well. Wouldn't you like to be a part of that group where you can get yourself well by just going back to God's plan? That's right. The Bible way to health, we call it. But today, again, we're going to talk about nature's cancer fighters, that nature's answer to cancer. See, nutritionists and mothers, okay, have been telling us for years that vitamin pills and supplements are no substitute for eating our vegetables. That's right. Now scientists are finding out why. It turns out that the fruits and vegetables are loaded with compounds. Okay, I hope you're listening to me. The fruits and vegetables are loaded with compounds called phytochemicals and antioxidants. Are you listening to me? Phytochemicals and antioxidants that demonstrably lower the risk of cancer. Sounds good to me. These phytochemicals, are they related to vitamins? No, they are not vitamins or minerals. They aren't even nutrients in the strict sense of the word. Phyto is Latin for plant. Phyto is Latin for plant. These are natural chemicals found only in plants. I hope you're listening to me. These are natural chemicals found only in plants. Natural chemical. That means they're not medicine, they're not drugs, they're not synthetic, they don't come from animals, they only come from plants. These food chemicals cannot be obtained from animal products. Let's make that clear. All right. What makes these substances so exciting is that study after study after study continues to show us or to reveal the many cancer protective benefits of the different phytochemicals that we find in nature. How many of these chemicals have been discovered so far, you might ask? Well, when you hear reports about every carrot and every tomato containing hundreds of these phytochemicals, hundreds of these compounds, you'll get some idea of the complexity of these findings. They are opening up a whole new dimension in our understanding of what nutrition really is. How much can a person expect to reduce the risk of cancer? By eating more fruits and vegetables. Please listen to me. Please listen to me. Please listen to me. How much can you expect to reduce the risk of cancer by eating more fruits and vegetables? Actually, quite a bit. More than 400 major scientific studies over the past 25 years have consistently shown that the high plant food eaters are about half as likely to have cancer as those who eat few plant foods. I hope you listen to what I'm saying. That says that those of you in the last 25 years that have eaten your diet was high in plant food, guess what? You were half as likely to have cancer as those who eat or ate few plant foods. This is also true for everything from heart disease to diabetes and even certain other lifestyle diseases. In other words, eating a variety of vegetables in our diet, vegetables and fruits daily ensures an adequate intake of most micronutrients. We're talking nutrients, not foods, but nutrients. Also, the dietary fibers that we need, and a host of essential nutrients, substances. Okay, these are things that we need, and even some non-nutrient substances that we need, such as just fiber in the body. Folks, it's an amazing thing that God said to Adam, Genesis 3:18, that thou shalt eat the plants of the field or the herbs of the field. And that's after sin. First, God gave man fruit, nuts, and grains. He didn't have to eat vegetables in the beginning. I hope y'all listen to what I'm saying. This is deep. Listen to me carefully. Get out a pen and paper. Write some of this down. This is important for you and for your friends, your neighbors, your relatives. Even your enemies need to know this kind of information. But Adam literally only had to reach for the fruit, nuts, and grains that grew loftily up in the air. He didn't have to bend over and get vegetables. In Genesis, the first chapter, the animals ate the herb on the ground. But after sin, now man is not going to live to be live forever. Okay, now he's only live to be 1,000 years old. Now he is doomed to be diseased and to get sick because of sin. Then God told him that thou shalt, in Genesis 3:17, he said, cursed is the ground for thy sake. Thorns and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. So after sin, God cursed man and told him he had to eat from the ground. But it was not a cursing, it was a blessing, because inside of those herbs, those cruciferous vegetables, the broccoli, the cauliflower, the cabbage, the kale, the spinach, the turnip greens, inside of these cruciferous vegetables, the thing that made them so green in color was something called chlorophyll. And chlorophyll is the blood of the plant. That's what makes them green. That is its blood. The blood of the plant is called chlorophyll. And guess what? Listen to me. The actual molecular structure, the molecules built inside of the blood molecule and inside of the chlorophyll molecule are identical. Blood and chlorophyll are identical in molecular structure. The only difference is that inside of a molecule of blood, you have something called heme or iron. But the center, in the nucleus of the chlorophyll, you have something called magnesium. But all of the hydrogen and carbon and all of those are the same. The building block, the tinker toy structure is the same. Are you listening to me? Why? Because God knew that man's blood had become diseased and he needed something to heal it. Well, what was the healing? It was the chlorophyll. And inside of the chlorophyll, inside of those vegetables, was something called phytochemicals that we call it today. Okay. Researchers suggest that phytochemicals, well, let me just say this. An increased fruit and vegetable consumption can help displace foods usually high in saturated and trans fats, sugar, and cholesterol. So in other words, I'm going to tell you what I was going to tell you, but I just need to tell you this first. Eating lots of plant foods help to do what? To move out, displace, dispel, eradicate some of the bad stuff, the cholesterol, the sugars, the starches, the caramelized fats, trans fats that get into your body through all these animal foods and processed foods that we eat. They're displaced, they're removed, they're eradicated, they're moved out of the way, displaced by the good foods. That's right, the good foods move the bad foods out the way. I hope y'all listening to me. So again, do we know how phytochemicals protect against even cancer? Yes. Researchers suggest that phytochemicals, usually work either as blocking agents or suppressing agents. Blocking agents work on the carcinogens, the cancer-causing compounds. They prevent them from affecting the body's cells. For example, indoles found in cruciferous vegetables, as I was saying a minute ago, like cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, spinach, work as blocking agents by increasing colon enzymes that can deactivate some of these carcinogens, these poisons. Others block the ability of the bacteria to attach themselves to the surface of our cells. Suppressing agents, on the other hand, work on the body's own cells, combating malignant changes that have been started by free radicals or carcinogens. They can slow tumor growth by suppressing the cancer cell's ability to reproduce, and they can suppress certain enzymes that cancer cells need in order to grow. In other words, these phytochemicals knock out the sack lunch, okay, that the cancer needs to grow. So for those of you who have just joined, this is Dr. Franco Taylor. You're here with me on WMPR 90.1 FM on your radio dial, broadcasting out of the Delta area near Jackson, Mississippi. And we're talking about the Right Stuff Helps radio broadcast. And today we're talking about nature's answer to cancer. That's right. There are foods in your kitchen cupboard, in your refrigerator, that you can start eating if you haven't already, and they will help your body to suppress even that cancer that is sometimes called a virus. But cancer cells cannot grow in a body that is inundated with all of the chemicals, the phytochemicals, antioxidants that are found in fruits and vegetables. I hope you all listen to what I'm saying. So I guess the question is, and I'm going to take just a little drink of Balage, and I'm going to talk to you about Balage in just a minute, because it's something about Balage that's almost like magic. But do some vegetables and fruits contain more potent cancer fighters than others? Well, some of them do seem to stand out, although this probably affects, this probably reflects the fact that these foods have been studied more extensively than others. For colon cancers, it is the cruciferous vegetables. That's right. And a high fruit and carrot intake appears to decrease the risk of lung cancers. Listen to me carefully, folks. Those of you with colon cancers, I do what is called the Nutritional Medical Moment every Saturday, worldwide program. And I get question after question after question after question. And most of these questions compound and stack up on each other. They're redundant. They ask the same questions over and over. Take note right now. We're telling you what science has proven, that for colon cancers, those cruciferous vegetables like the broccoli and the cauliflower and the spinach and the kale and the turnip greens, these green cruciferous vegetables are loaded with cancer fighters, okay? And those who are dealing with things like lung cancer, it's been proven that a high fruit and carrot intake appears to decrease the risk of lung cancers. I eat them all, okay, just to make sure that I'm covered well. And research subjects eating one or more onions a day were found to have only half the stomach cancer risk of those who never ate onions. Onions and garlic, are you listening to me? Soy, a more recent star on the food scene. All of you are running from soy products. It has been proven over and over and over again that it is a veritable gold mine of cancer protective phytochemicals. Studies suggest that soy foods decrease cancer risk at many sites, including, listen to me, contrary to popular belief, contrary to what the medical society has been telling you, proof of the pudding is that the soy foods decrease the risk at many sites, including breast, colon, rectum, lung, and stomach. Despite such findings, though, most scientists feel that the lower cancer risk is really associated with eating a wide variety of fruits and vegetables rather than just isolating certain ones. So I'm telling you the ones that seem to work best on certain areas of the body, but I'm saying to you, don't let that be you don't stop there. In other words, eat a wide variety of these fruits and these nuts, these grains, and these vegetables to get that overall coverage to make sure that your body is covered. How many fruits and vegetables should be eaten? Or should we be eating to make a substantial difference? Well, the American Institute of Cancer, listen to me carefully, the American Institute of Cancer has simply said to us they recommend a minimum of 9 servings a day, 9 servings of these fruits and vegetables every day. This is pretty radical considering how many fruits and vegetables most people in North America actually eat. Some don't eat any at all. Are you listening to me? Think about yourself. What are you doing with fresh fruits and vegetables? Well, I don't want them because they got wax on them. I don't want them because they might be genetically modified. Folks, there's enough. Most of you live in cities and states in the United States where you can drive 30, 40, 50 miles from where you live, and you can find apple orchards and grape orchards and so forth, peach orchards. There are people in your local area, in most cases in the United States, where you can find good organically grown fruit, especially apples. But if not, you can go to your average store somewhere nearby you. If you have to drive 20 miles, okay, and find organic apples or organically grown apples. You can find those, so folks. So again, we talked about which ones work for various situations, but at least 9 servings a day is what they tell us. That's right. Some good news about phytochemicals is that you don't have to eat the foods raw to get all the benefits. While a few of these compounds lose a fraction of their effect when cooked, most are heat stable. In some instances, cooking actually frees up some of the compounds, making them more effective. Also, it doesn't seem to matter whether the vegetables are canned, frozen, juiced, or peeled. Most survive boiling, microwaving, baking, pickling, and drying. So we're finding, because I've been an exponent of saying you can eat cooked food, but you need to eat live food with it. So I still say that the cooked food doesn't have as many of these phytonutrients that you need, these phytochemicals, these antioxidants. It doesn't have as many of these enzymes because the heat has destroyed some of them. Still good for you. But with those cooked vegetables, you need the live vegetables and fruit to go with it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So that way you can't lose with the stuff we use. My name is Dr. Franco Taylor. You're here with me on WMPR 90.1 FM. We're bringing to you the Right Stuff Helps radio broadcast. Why? Because the right stuff does help, folks. You've been eating the wrong stuff. You've been drinking the wrong stuff, looking at, talking about. You've just been doing the wrong stuff all of your life. Isn't it about time that you got your hands on the right stuff? You can call us at 913-363-3663. That's actually 913-363-FOOD. That's right, because it's all about food. We ate our way into these problems of health. Most of these non-communicable diseases are because of a bad diet and lifestyle. So you can call us at 913-363-3663 or 363-FOOD, 913-363-FOOD, FOOD, and we can talk to you about getting a life-changing consultation to help you put you on a 90-day protocol to show you how to turn most of your sickness, including cancer, because we're talking about today the answer to cancer, how to turn it around in your own body, in your own lifestyle, in the comfort of your own home. You can turn these things around, get yourself better, and live a higher quality of life. You can always reach us at www.rightstuffhealth.com. Go to our website. Wonderful, wonderful information. Powerhouse videos on all kinds of sicknesses, the virus, all of this is there. It's there. Products that are so astronomically sane that it's unbelievable. You can't believe that something this simple could literally help you to heal those diseases and sicknesses in your body. And you can call us at 901-383-0404. And as a matter of fact, we're going to give you an opportunity to call that number in just a little bit, because we're going to open up for questions near the end of the broadcast. Again, I'm Dr. Franco Taylor, and thank you for being here with me on the Right Stuff Helps radio broadcast. We're talking about the nature's answer to cancer. Okay, so what about antioxidants? How do they differ from phytochemicals? We're talking about these phytochemicals. Well, like phytochemicals, antioxidants are also natural chemicals found in food, but they are not limited just to plant foods. And I'm going to talk to you about that in just a second. But I'd like to say to you, we're talking about plant foods, and we're talking about the fact that most people in America don't seem to eat enough of them. That is so delicious and it's so energizing. And I'm going to talk to you about it in a minute. I'm going to get there. It's called Belage, folks. Belage. It's from the Sankey Corporation. God blessed me to get my hands on this right at 2 years ago. And the company had been around almost 50 years at that time. Well, 49 years, 50 years. Now it's almost 52 years that they've been around. I've been with them 2 years now. They had thousands of doctors with them. And but they didn't have one thing that they really, really needed. I didn't know it at the time. Maybe they didn't know it until I came on the scene. They needed someone that could break down the complexity of these antioxidants and these phytonutrients and all of the powerful ingredients in the nanotechnology that they were using. They needed someone that could break that down and make it simple for the public. And so guess what? It was a blessing that I was chosen to become the medical director for Sankey Global USA. And I have been an exponent of formulas, 3 in particular, with this one heading up the stage, the Belage. And we're going to talk to you about it in regards to what we're talking about today. And that is the nature's answer to cancer. But I'm going to throw a few little things out there right now. And then we'll go back into talking about the plant foods and why antioxidants are important. But listen to me. Do Americans eat their disease prevention foods? Even the World Health Organization has told us that we need to eat more plant-based foods in order to be healthy from all of the diseases that are afflicting us at this point in time. Well, let me tell you something. Only 80% of the people in America do not eat fruits or vegetables, which are rich in the phytochemicals and the carotenoids that are needed in our bodies. 82% of Americans do not eat cruciferous vegetables. Hey, listen to me. Those green chlorophyll-rich foods, the broccoli, the cauliflower, the kale, the spinach. Oh, come on, you're hearing me, for Brussels sprouts, cabbage, turnip greens. They're not touching this stuff, okay? 41% do not eat any fruits. I've got diabetes. I can't eat fruit. Oh, come on, folks. Wake up. What does your body burn for energy? It burns sugars, fats and sugars, but sugars. So where does the sugar come from? It comes from the fruits, the nuts, the grains, the vegetables, the plant-based foods, not from the cooking of the sugar that we use, the white sugar, the brown sugar. Brown sugar is just white sugar with syrup on it. Folks, we got to wake up. I play the song all the time on the Medical Moment every Saturday morning at the 11 o'clock Central Time. And we'll tell you at some point in time how to get that. But the bottom line is I play a song that's by Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. And it simply says, wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking. Time for thinking ahead. In other words, we've got to wake up, America. We are sitting here right now, eyes wide shut. And it's about time that we opened up our eyes. We got the film off of the eyes. We got that layer that's covering our eyes and helping us to not see what's really going on out here, folks. But again, 72% of the people in America do not eat fruits or vegetables that are rich in vitamin C. We're saying that you're not eating the answer to cancer. It's right there for you. And 84% of Americans do not eat high fiber, grain rich foods such as bread and cereal. The system has told us that we don't need the gluten. So we want gluten-free food. Folks, listen to me. You can eat anything you want to eat. You can eat a rhinoceros with pink toenails, and it is not going to harm Dr. Franco Taylor. And those of that work with me here at Right Stuff Health and Wellness Center in Memphis, Tennessee, it's not going to affect us because we know what's best. We eat what's best, but you need to eat more of these fiber foods and these grain foods that are loaded with B vitamins and the things that your body needs in order for you to be strong. Okay, because if you're eating gluten-free, if you simply Google it and ask the question, are there nutrients in gluten-free food? What is the value of gluten-free food? And it will simply tell you all these different sites come up, and they'll all tell you basically that gluten-free food is for the 1% to 2% of the people in the world that have celiac disease. Only 1 to 2% have celiac disease who just can't take fiber. But that's not the problem with the other 98 to 99% of the people in the world. They can. We just got to figure out why it has become a problem. And you'll figure out that there are no nutrients in gluten-free food. But yet and still you pay 3 to 4 times the amount that particular food item would cost because it is titled gluten-free. Folks, I hope you're listening to me, but we don't eat enough of the foods that would actually block cancer in our body, block and inhibit the growth of cancer cells in our bodies. So again, these plant-based foods, we're talking about antioxidants now. And this is where it gets real, real good, folks. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. For those of you who have just joined, my name is Dr. Franco Taylor. You're here with me on WMPR 90.1 FM, and we're broadcasting the radio, on the radio, the Right Stuff Helps message. The right stuff helps. And the right stuff for phytochemicals and antioxidants are plant-based foods. The term antioxidant refers to a specific function they perform. All right. They help the body dispose of free radicals that can genetically damage normal cells, and they set the stage for cancer and increased aging. Okay. Are you listening to me? We're talking about the term antioxidant. Okay. All matter is made up of molecules, including every cell in our body. Normally, every molecule has electrons in orbit around its nucleus. These electrons normally come in pairs. This makes the molecule stable. Some molecules, however, have electrons that are not in pairs. Yes, we're kind of going back to school. We're talking science, okay, a little bit, but it's common sense. It's not that difficult. Listen to me carefully. So when these molecules don't have pairs, these electrons don't have pairs, this leaves them in what we call an extremely unstable position. These molecules are now called free radicals, and they have a powerful drive to acquire a partner. And as these free radicals grab electrons from their neighboring compounds, they cause that compound to become oxidized. You hear about oxidation? Well, this newly oxidized compound has now become a free radical itself. So they're kind of passing it along. They touch one, snatch something from it, it becomes a free radical. It goes out to try to become stable, and so we're passing this instability, okay, all around the body, okay. And again, this results in a chain reaction where oxidation and damage to the cells can spread from one molecule to another until something stops the process. What can stop this process? This radical change in the electron and the molecule makeup in the body. What can stop this cancerous type of action from happening? Okay, what can stop it? Substances that can stop this chain reaction are called antioxidants. In other words, you got oxidation going on, and that oxidation, that free radical exchange, literally leaves the body in a potentially cancerous state, the cells in a potentially cancerous state. But free radicals can be destroyed by antioxidants. Let me say a little something about antioxidant. What is an antioxidant? I'm going to take a drink of this Belage. Delicious, invigorating, body flushing, flushes out the organs of the body, has many antioxidants. But antioxidants do 3 things in the body. They're absolutely necessary because they do something else. They help to bring us the what? The metabolites. They help the body to utilize the foods that you're using, which gives you metabolites. And metabolites do what? They give you the 3 body processes that are absolutely necessary for survival. They first of all give you energy. That's right. Secondly, they remove wastes from the body. Cells that are damaged become renewed. And then thirdly, they remove these wastes out of the body. So 3 things that the body needs: energy, it needs replacement of damaged tissues, and it also needs for the waste to be taken out of the body. When the antioxidants fuel the body's ability to burn up fats and sugars and starches, it gives us energy, and it also clears the body to where the body can form metabolites. These metabolites assist the body in doing what it needs to do to subsist. So we're talking about free radicals in the body. All free radicals are not bad. Some free radicals are, for example, one of the ways that the body destroys poisons is through a system that uses oxidation, which are reactions to these free radicals. So these free radicals are also essential for effective destruction of germs by the body's white blood cells. So the body uses this free radical situation when the body is healthy. But when the immune system is not healthy, free radicals can get in and destroy tissues, destroy organs, and our bodies become diseased and fail. So, again, we found free radicals being used as a helping role in over 50 diseases. They have been observed to damage the DNA and are linked to cancer because all living creatures produce these free radicals. We cannot avoid them. It is important to strengthen our body's antioxidant defenses to get those metabolites to being formed the way they should be so the body can fight. We hear so much about vitamins A, C, and E as antioxidants. Are there any others? Yes, there are many more. The natural body hormone melatonin, for example, is a very active antioxidant. Many of the phytochemicals are also antioxidants. Some caution, however, should be kept in mind when dealing with antioxidants. Too large a dose of one antioxidant can suppress the action of another. For example, high doses of beta carotene pills can deplete the body's supply of needed vitamin E. So I tell people often when they're dealing with things like cancer and so forth that they can consider high supplementation of beta carotene, but it should be for a very limited amount of time, and they should be with their practitioner or their health person to make sure that there's no overage of this, and it should be very, very limited in how they do this because it can knock out the necessary vitamin E. Too much A can knock out E. I hope you're listening to me. But when taken alone in high doses, some antioxidants can also become free radical when you take too many of them at one time. Preformed vitamin A is toxic in large doses, so you got to be careful. Whereas beta carotene and its relatives, the carotenoids, can be converted to vitamin A whenever the body needs it. So we're saying to you that as opposed to getting all these different supplements, and there are thousands of them out there, it would be better to get it from the food itself whenever the body needs it. Supplements do not furnish the same protection as does eating the foods, okay? It just doesn't. For example, beta carotene tablets do not contain the many other carotenoids the body uses. The vitamin E is commonly found in supplements is the wrong kind for somebody needs. Research on antioxidant is done with foods, not supplements. Yeah, are you listening to me? And the WHO, World Health Organization, tells us that 99% of the over-the-counter supplements that we're taking are synthetic. They're not doing any good anyway. The Federal Drug Administration is not allowed to test supplements because they are considered foods. So we do not know for sure the toxic range, side effects, or efficacy of even that supplement that contains what is advertised to contain. We don't know that it's there unless it has proven documentation. And the product that we're getting ready to start talking to you about here in just a minute has that type of documentation. So are you saying we shouldn't use supplements? No, just that we must be very careful about how we use them. We need to get plant-based supplements, and we need to get the supplements that still have live ingredients in them. And that brings to bear the fact that we're talking about the answer to cancer is phytochemicals. It's the nutrients that are found in live fruits and vegetables. We're talking about metabolites. And here's a product, and it's called, again, Belage. Belage by the Sankey Corporation has many, many, many phytochemicals in it, many, many antioxidants. Basically, it has 300 metabolites in it to assist the body in doing the things that we've talked about as far as flushing out the cells, going straight through. It does this. It goes straight through the blood-brain barrier, straight through the cell walls, at the microcellular level, straight into the body with over 14,000 billion. That's 14,000. 14,000 billion is 14, almost 14 trillion. If you hear what I'm saying, almost 14 trillion nanocells with antioxidant molecules. What are nano? Nano mean, again, that they're so small that they can go straight through the blood-brain barrier, straight through the cell wall, straight into the body, and immediately cause the body to begin to beat. The mitochondria start giving us energy. They flush out all the poisons and toxins in the tissues and the cells of the organs of the body. They cause the immune system to boost and to build to the point where it can literally fight what? Even cancer. We're looking at the answer to cancer, the natural or nature's answer to cancer. And it's found, folks, in food. And again, you can call me at 913-363-3663 or 913-363-FOOD, because we're talking about food. We ate our way into this and we got to eat our way out of it. You're digging your graves with a knife and a fork because you're not putting the right thing on the fork. And the right thing on the fork is phytochemicals. Phytochemicals, these antioxidants, these metabolites are found where? In eating fruits and vegetables in a great variety. Almost 9 servings or helpings a day, the FDA is telling us. Are you listening to it? You listen to everything else the system tells you. Then they tell you what it would take for you to be well. Are you listening to that? I hope so. But again, we're talking about the ballage and what's contained in the ballage. Again, it's got over 14,000 billion nanoparticles and antioxidants which are needed for the body. They're immediately into the body within 20 minutes after absorbing one of these little sachets. I'm going to show you what it looks like. It looks like this. And it's just a little sachet, and you simply rip it off. You drop it into 16 ounces of lukewarm water first thing in the morning, and boy, it's on like popcorn, like the young folks say. I mean, you'll feel the difference. You'll feel like you could walk up to a tree with your tennis shoes on and walk straight up the side of the tree like Spider-Man. That's the feeling that it gives you. We have a body scanner that we use, and we show people this product. They simply come, we point the little microscope to their finger, and we show them what their cells look like inside. And we're going to be down in the Mississippi area on, let's see, what day is that? That is the 16th of this month. We will be at One Source Health and Wellness. Dr. Gerald Barnes, one of his clinics is at the One Source Health and Wellness Center at 1006 Top Street, Suite H. That's in Flowood, Mississippi, right there, the suburbs of Jackson, we'll call it, okay? But we're going to be there on the 16th of December all day, and we're going to be giving free consultations. Are you listening to me? My consultations are normally $195 for 30 minutes to an hour. And we're going to be doing that on the 16th of this month. We'll be in at the One Source Health and Wellness Center. That's at 1006 Top Street, okay, and Suite H in Flowood, Mississippi. We'll be talking about this as we go forward. We'll talk about it again next week, letting you know that the Friday of the 16th of this month, we will be at the One Source Health and Wellness Center. The building owned by Dr. Gerald Barnes. Will be there at his suite, Suite H. 1006 Top Street in Flowood. We'll be there all day on Friday the 16th doing free consultations. So we need you to give us a call. You can call us at 913-363-3663, or you can call us at 901-425-2273. Either of those numbers, and we can set you up with an appointment time. Again, there are not going to be many of them because we're only going to be there 6 hours. We'll be there from 9 a.m. in the morning until 3 p.m. constantly around the clock. Every 20 to 30 minutes, we'll be giving a free consultation on health. I've been doing these types of consultations for in excess of 41, right at 42 years, thousands, over 18,000 people. And we've watched those people be able to, we've worked with people that weighed over 500 pounds and helped them to get themselves down to within 200 pounds. We work with all the sicknesses from cancer to full-blown AIDS, HIV, even this powerful gorilla, this King Kong called COVID that has been wiping people out. We've actually been able to do that. And again, we're talking about, I said Friday the 16th, but it's actually Friday, December the 17th. I should remember that. it is my birthday. That's right, folks. I'll be 72 on that day. We're not going to charge anything for these consultations. There will be a donation box there. So if you'd like to give to our ministry, which is Right Stuff Health and Wellness Center, Right Stuff Health Ministries, you can do that. But again, we're coming down there. God has just placed it on my heart after meeting and working with Mr. Sherry Jones over the last couple of years. It is so needed that we're going to come down and we're going to donate a day to the Jackson area. And what we're going to do is we're going to give you consultations. We're going to give you information. We're going to put together protocols to help you to live a higher quality of life, to show you how to get whatever's going on, whether it's high blood, diabetes, A1C, whether you're on dialysis, it doesn't matter. Your body has the ability of healing itself. God said in his word, beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health. So he says, above all, he wants you to be with him forever. But on this earth, he wants his people to be healthy and wealthy. And that's a paradox because most of God's people are sick and broke. Well, right now, we're talking about the sick part. And that's what we're going to help with on December the 17th, Friday, December the 17th. We will be in the Jackson area most of the day with free consultations. So give us a call at 901-363-FOOD. That's 901, I'm sorry, scrap that, 913-363-FOOD, 913-363-3663, or 901-425-2273. And let us get you set up for one of those consultations. Let's put you down on the book so yours will be iron concrete. No one can take it from you, okay? And we'll be there to help you put together a program where you can live a higher quality of life. So again, we're going to be on that particular day, we're going to be talking about how to get yourself to where it needs to be naturally. You'll leave with paperwork knowing what to do from that point on. And if there are any questions that you have about relatives and so forth, we'll be able to do that too. So we tell everybody about what's going on. We're going to be there. This is something that has never, ever taken place where I've gone to another city and just spent a day with free consultations. But working with Mr. Sherry Jones and several of the doctors in that area, including Dr. Gerald Barnes, who's a chiropractor there. There are doctors that are regular medical doctors, chiropractors that work with kidney, work with cancer, work with everything. And I'm a naturopathic doctor, and we're joining forces to bring healing, to bring the right stuff, okay, to the Delta area, to the Jackson area, surrounding area, even deeper south, deeper west into the Delta. We want our people to be well. So again, give us a call, 913-363-FOOD, 901-425-2273, or you can reach us at www.rightstuffhealth.com on our website, or you can reach me on our at info@rightstuffhealth.com. You can read it at our email account, info@rightstuffhealth.com. So we're talking about antioxidants. We're talking about nature's answer to cancer, and we found out that the system is telling you that you need plant-based supplementation, especially cruciferous vegetables and these real colorful fruits, okay? The orange and the carrot, the red and the apple, and if you get what I'm saying. So please, let's get started. Once again, we're going to finish up talking about the antioxidants and so forth. How do we plug in this information that we're talking about this morning? Unrefined plant foods are found to contain substances that protect the body from cancer and other diseases. The best way to take advantage of this protection is to eat a wide variety of fruits, vegetables, and grains. Wow, that's powerful. This is 2022. You might say, this is 2022, all right? We're just going to say it's 2022 because we're right on it. We're just a few days, a couple of weeks, 3 weeks away from 2022. But at the beginning of time, God gave man a dietary. In Genesis, the first chapter, verse 28, he told man to be fruitful and multiply. The first words recorded where God spoke to man, for those that believe that the Bible is true. But the bottom line, The second words, and that's why I believe it's true, because you take and you put two things together, and when they balance out, that's powerful. Line upon line, here a little, there a little. You stack one brick on another brick, and if they stand solid, those are two good bricks. Well, in Genesis 1:29, the second words recorded that were spoke to man, God said, I have given you, listen to me carefully, folks, I have given you every herb-bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. So man's first food or first meat was fruits, nuts, grains. And then in Genesis, the 3rd chapter, verse 17, God added the vegetables, the cruciferous vegetables. So the fruits, nuts, and grains were designed to keep this machine operating forever. But after sin, disease came in, and then God gave man the vegetables. Why? Because I told you earlier, and we're going to end this with this, that the chlorophyll in the cruciferous vegetables was identical to the blood in God's in human bodies. And since we were diseased and sick at that point after sin, God gave man the vegetables loaded with chlorophyll to redeem his blood. It was like a blood transfusion. Are you listening to me? God gave man the vegetables as a blood transfusion to rebuild the blood. So again, Dr. Franco Taylor, we're going to open up right now. If you would call us at 901-383-0404, 901-383-0404. We're going to answer any questions that you might have. But again, as the cap for this particular program, we're talking about nature's answer to cancer. You need more phytochemicals to be found in fruits and vegetables. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a question.
Sure.
As you know, many African American women lose their hair to alopecia or something like that. Do you have anything to help with that?
Well, absolutely. The question has to do with women losing hair. Well, most women, and if you want to hang up, because I'm hearing some background from your phone, and I'll answer your question.
Okay.
But the bottom line is, that's a great question. I was in the hair business back in the 80s. I was one of the top hairstylists in North America, actually. And I did it all naturally. I refused to do chemicals, that is perms, that's colors, any of that, which damaged the hair. We did hair naturally. And so what I'm saying to you is, in most cases, if you look at it, you've spent years of putting chemicals in your hair. Most of you, I know, because I was a hairstylist. And over a period of time, these chemicals have, they kill the root, okay? And the hair begins to thin over long periods of time. Some of you don't get harsh chemicals, but you still get color. And that color overlaps, and pretty soon that hair gets weak, brittle, dry, and it breaks off. But what you can do, the only live hair is still inside the follicle, it's still inside the root there, it's inside the scalp. So you can eat these same phytochemicals that we're talking about. You can eat these nuts and these grains that are loaded with omega-3. Oh, come on, are y'all getting me? Loaded with the oils that your body needs to lubricate itself. The hair, the skin, the nails, the bones, on this lubrication, drinking plenty of water to help the hydration there. And when the hair has that hydration, it's moist. And if you hear what I'm saying, the follicles, what comes up out of there is stronger hair. So you can eat your way to stronger hair. Are you listening to what I'm saying? In most cases, yes, it looks like the hair is thinning, but a lot of cases it's just breaking off at the root level because the rest of the hair has been oxidized with all these chemicals, these colors, these perms, these bleaches, and so forth and so on. But again, in order to make the hair that is there stronger, you've got to eat your way into this strength by eating more of these fruits, these nuts, these grains, and these vegetables that come from nature, and not animal products and synthetic foods and so forth, so on, or genetically modified foods. In other words, you want to eat fresh food, fresh from the ground, fresh from the tree, as much as possible. And you can cook food. Not saying you're going to die and go to hell because you cook food, but you need live food to go with it. But that's where you start. And the natural things from the hair, instead of using these harsh chemicals and so forth, you can actually start using simple things that are natural for your hair. Look for them, toothpaste, hair, all these things. Look for them in the health food store, natural without the chemicals. Hello, hello. You're on the air.
Dr. Franco,
Yes, hello.
is there anything that you ain't done?
I'm so sorry.
Second question.
Yes.
Are you going to offer them a slither of birthday cake since it's going to be your birthday? And you know we like to eat. You offer them a piece of something, they may come on out.
All right, there you go. In case you all don't know, that's my wonderful, wonderful wife, Linda Marie. When I think of her, I start doing things like the very thought of you, and I forget to do. That's my wonderful wife. Excuse me, I just kind of went off for a moment there, but she's simply saying, yes, I'll do that. That's my birthday, December the 17th. I'll be there, okay, at the One Source Health and Wellness in Flowood, Mississippi, 1006 Top Street, 1006 Top Street, Suite H, there in Flowood at the One Source Health and Wellness Center. I'll be there for about 6 or 7 hours doing free consultations for donation. Don't forget, there'll be a donation box. So don't pretend like you don't see it, okay? But we won't be mad at you. We're coming to bring you what you need. And I will have a sliver of cake, okay? Just a little sliver of my birthday cake so that you can get a chance to taste cake that is absolutely delicious, without eggs, without dairy milk, without white sugar, but so fluffy, so delicious that it'll make you bite your finger. So yes, I will do that. And maybe that'll help some of you to want to come out just to get the sliver of cake. Okay. All right. So again, we're talking about the nature's answer to cancer, the natural answer to cancer. And we're telling you about a formula here that's called Belage that we've been able to use for all types of sicknesses for the last 2 years. Even this COVID, over 28 families we've worked with and helped them to get their COVID under control within 8 to 14 days, in some cases as little as 4 to 5 days. They turned their immune systems around by the boost that they were given from all the antioxidants, the nanoparticles, the metabolites found in the Belage. I'm talking about 14,000 billion. That's 14 trillion nanoparticles with antioxidant molecules. And these antioxidants, along with phytochemicals, is what stirs the immune system to literally fight all diseases, including cancer. What is it called? It's called Belage. And you can call us at 901 425 2273, 901 425 2273. These numbers start getting twixt and tween if you're not careful. Or you can call us at 913 363 food. That's 913 363 3663. That's pretty easy to remember, and it's a great number. We've had the food number for almost 28 years now, and we're trying to hold on to that one for you. So give us a call, 913 363 food or 363 3663, 913 363 3663, and ask us about how you can get this formulation. Or you can actually go to our website. Our website is www.rightstuffhealth.com, and you will see that formula. There's a video there that's MGM quality telling you about these nanoparticles, about the olive leaf and the green tea and the rosemary that are in here. You can look those up on your own and see that they are anti-mucosal, antiviral, and anti-everything that's bad, okay, anti-cancer. These molecules, these ingredients have been proven to slow down and inhibit the growth of even cancer cells. And this product called Sankey has white paper that's medically bagged paper to prove that it actually, in an in vitro, and in vivo test, that's with live subjects who actually volunteered, it showed that it stopped all viruses in its tracks. It helped the immune system to stop all viruses. There was influenza A, influenza B, there was gastroenteritis and SARS, okay? So we're talking about that acute respiratory syndrome that all coronavirus type viruses instill. They bring forth this ability to attack your lungs, and the Belage in the system within 20 minutes started reversing, recovering, and restoring the immune system to where it can actually fight. This is white paper proven to have done this, okay? One of the only formulas I know on the planet that has done this. And it comes from the Sankey Corporation's product called Belage. Call us. Belage simply means good age. This product was in, they actually put it together, researched and developed it for over 40 years before they even brought one of these out on the market, because they wanted you to have the best. They wanted you to have the longevity that comes when you're putting something in the body that's living, that's alive, that's akin to the body, with all these antioxidants. So remember, we said that phytochemicals, antioxidants, are basically that which helps the body. It gives the body that boost. It builds that muscle so that the immune system can fight off all diseases, including cancer. So the answer to cancer are the antioxidants, the phytochemicals, all those enzymes and nutrients that are found in living foods. That's fruits, nuts, grains, and vegetables. The FDA tells us that we need at least 9 servings a day, at least. That's a lot, but you can take it and you can put it in, you can put grapes and peaches and pineapples and pears and apples, and you can put them all in a blender with some juice to make you like a smoothie, or with some rice dream or some ice cream that's made from soy or oats or wheat or whatever, and a little soy milk or almond milk or oat milk, a little honey, and some cashews to make it thick. And you can throw in even an avocado to make it rich and smooth and creamy, like a Breyer's ice cream shake. Blend it up and drink it, and you've got 4 or 5 of your varieties of fruits right there. And you can do the same thing with vegetables. So we're simply saying that the system is telling you that the life of the flesh, the Bible says the life of the flesh is in the blood, and the blood must carry good nutrients, and these good nutrients, proven, the FDA, the World Health Organization, even Johns Hopkins nutritionists tell you that you need fruit, nuts, grains, and vegetables in your diet, and you need plant-based supplementation in order to have a good, strong, healthy life. We've got enough time for one more question. If somebody'd like to call in, one more call, 901 383 0404. One last question, 901 383 0404. But again, we've been talking today about the importance of eating live foods, foods that contain antioxidants. The optimal diet basically are plant sources of nutrition, and generally modest in protein and reasonable in fat content. Furthermore, they never contain any cholesterol. Are you listening to me? Cholesterol is the weapon used by those 2 deadly killers. One is called heart disease and the other is called diabetes. Cholesterol is what they use to clog up your arteries and veins so that you end up with heart attacks, strokes, and aneurysm, and to cover up the insulin receptors, and so that you end up with diabetes that's uncontrollable. Are you listening to me? And that one item called cholesterol is there, but cholesterol is not found in a plant-based diet. That's right. Your diet that has fruit, nuts, grains, and vegetables in it will not have cholesterol. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Yes, this Ensure and Boost and all that, is that the right food?
That's garbage. It's nothing but sugar. I'm sorry. I just got to tell it like it is. It's designed to just keep you alive, but it's mostly sugar. If you look on the label, you'll see sugar, dextrose, sucrose. You'll see sugar in maybe 5 or 6 different forms, and it's just designed to keep you alive. There's no nutrients in it whatsoever. So when they start giving you that, it's saying that they've done all they can do. And if you do this, that'll satisfy you. So it tastes like a syrupy, sweet, sugary milkshake, and they just soothe you on out here. But no, that's not even food. You can call us up and we'll tell you how to make your own shake. I was just talking about it, like a Breyer's ice cream shake that tastes better than the Ensure, but at the same token, it's healing, it's helping the body to heal and energize itself. Wonderful question.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much for that question. So again, folks, fruit, nuts, grains, and vegetables in as live a state as possible is what you need, but you can cook some. But with the cooked foods, you still need live foods to go with them. And again, I'm Dr. Franco Taylor. We've been here with you on the Right Stuff Helps radio broadcast, talking about nature's answer to cancer, and that is phytochemicals found in the fruits and the natural vegetables. So till next week, same time, same station, this is Dr. Franco Taylor saying, use the right stuff. I love you, and may God bless.